Hey guys, it's Jess, and I am going to be doing just a quick live tonight, not anything crazy. Um, I am getting my lights turned on because I just realized it was a little dark. And I'm getting your comments pulled up as well. Hang tight with me. Uh-oh, it says an error occurred. I wonder if that's the error that Crystal was talking about earlier. I don't know what happened there. Okay, looks like we're in business. Hey, Heidi. Adjusting my camera here. Sorry. Okay. All right, so I figured we could do a little bit of crafting, not anything that's going to take too terribly long because I have like a million deadlines that I am trying to get through. And sorry I'm a little late tonight. I was doing a test run for like a live crafty chat that I'm doing tomorrow night with the collective creators through their platform. So I'm like super excited about that. And hopefully if you guys are subscribed over there, then I will get to see you guys in that. It's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. You just have to be a subscriber for the collective creators and then you can join in. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Okay, so anyway, I thought I'm going to pop around and turn the other light on this side so that it's a little more even. But I thought I could show you guys the finished card. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, Amanda. I thought I would show you the finished card because I did end up finishing it. Let me turn on my light and then I'll pop over and show you. Okay. Hopefully that helps balance out the light situation a little bit. Okay, so we were, last time when we met on Monday, we were working on my entry and deciding if I should enter the My Favorite Things design or card design superstar contest. And basically the rules of the contest are you have to use all My Favorite Things products. And then there's different categories that you can enter. So, hi Dawn. There is Clean and Simple Genius, which is obviously clean and simple cards with really good designs. There is a Coloring Virtuoso category, and then there's also Innovation Master, which is more like interactive cards or like really fresh approaches on things. So the one that I was wanting to enter was the Coloring Virtuoso. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. I don't know what's going on. But it's the Coloring Virtuoso category, which I don't think my coloring is like super impressive. But I'm still learning a lot, and I think it's really cool to like push yourself outside of your comfort zone and put yourself out there, even if you don't think you're the best. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And anyway, I figured that I would show you my card. I'm probably either going to share it tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure which one yet, but here is the finished card. I really like how it turned out. I hope that you can tell that it's seasons, like that this one is supposed to be spring, this one's supposed to be summer, obviously the fall for Halloween, and then winter down at the bottom. Now, I really do wish that if I had it to do over again, I would probably, instead of doing the vampire guy, I would probably try to go something more traditional fall so that you could really tell the seasons a little bit better. Because this one, obviously, fall is Halloween. I mean, Halloween is fall, whatever. But I think I would have liked it a little bit better if it had like leaves, like the traditional oranges and browns and yellows and like maybe some reds. And I don't know. I just think it would have been more obvious that this was supposed to be 4 seasons, like it was supposed to go as a progression, because then with the sentiment, obviously, you make my life magical throughout the year. I took this sentiment was from the dragon set, and then this one is actually from a Christmas set. Hi Jennifer, hi Lynn, hi Georgia, hi Tracy. Oh my gosh, everybody's joining in. So this part down here, the throughout the year, is actually from a Christmas set that says, I think something like sending joy and cheer throughout the year. And I just trimmed off the throughout the year so that I could make it work with my little seasonal progression. And I thought that was a really cool way to tie it together. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird that they're on separate pieces. I guess I could have embossed them on the same one. I don't know if you can tell either, but I did go back in. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit, or at least, I don't know how I can do this without blocking out all my light. I hope you could see that just then. When I had it for a second anyway, I added some gold gel pen like you guys suggested on her mermaid tail, so that it's kind of like shiny, but she also has like little scales. So I added that, and then you guys didn't get to see either of these being done, but I did film them. So I'm gonna try to turn it into a live and later video. So I did at least keep the camera rolling so that I had the whole video instead of just most of it. Because we only got the summer and the winter done while we were live. And it took like over 2 hours, which is crazy. So, okay, anyway, so that's that. That's my entry. Hopefully it gets me somewhere. I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't want to get my hopes up and then be disappointed. But, I think, you know, I put in a good effort, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I wanted to see what these are like because I just got in the mail a couple of them. I don't have many, but this is the new and improved Illustrator marker from Spectrum Noir. So they had the illustrators already, but in my opinion, and if I'm being completely honest, they were not very good. And I shared them in a live video a while ago, like sometime way earlier this year, and I was not super impressed, but I did get them at Tuesday morning, and sometimes when you get things at Tuesday morning, oh Lord, when you get things at Tuesday morning, they're not always the best quality because they may be old, or like sometimes I think that there's like production error runs or something that end up there, because I've had a lot of issues with stuff that I've gotten there, unfortunately. I can't believe that I did this. Oh, thanks, Amanda. But yeah, anyway, so I was not impressed with them, if I'm being totally honest. So I ended up going with just the coloring system markers, which is the traditional black ones that you guys see me using all the time in my videos. So, oh, it's like really hard to get this off. Okay. But anyway, so this is the new and improved version. So I was really excited to see what this one was all about. Like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be better? It's supposed to have a new and improved nib. So it's supposed to be more like the Copic. So it's got a brush nib instead of a chisel and a fine nib. So it's got the brush and the fine. So it has no chisel. And then this is the new nib. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I don't know. I've noticed that my lighting up top is not super great. Let's see if I can raise. Ooh, that's bright. I don't know if this helps or hurts. Anyhow, that is the marker. The lighting is not very good, but it has a really cool brush nib, which is supposed to be redone. It's supposed to be like a really fancy Japanese nib that is high quality, so I'm excited about this. I did get, these are kind of like refills for the ones that I've been using a lot. So this is GB8, which I do use pretty frequently. Ooh, oh my gosh. It colors like a Copic, you guys. I feel like this colors like a Copic. Okay, hold on. Let me get like a similar-ish. I don't know that I have a really similar color to this. Maybe this one. It's probably not going to be like identical or anything. Oh, that's pretty close. I mean, they're a little bit different, but so those are the two nibs. This one is a little bit fatter and comes to a little bit of a sharper point. This is the new and improved Illustrator from Spectrum Noir. So they redid the ink formula and the nib. So it has a different nib now. It has this fancy new and improved nib. It's like a Japanese, I don't know exactly what kind of nib it is, but they said it's a new Japanese nib. So it's supposed to be really high quality. And then on the other side, it has a chisel tip. So that's pretty cool. So this is the Copic in a similar color. and just for giggles, I guess. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have ever tried hand lettering with Copics, but you kind of can. I try not to do it too much because, you know. This one, okay, no. There is a new and improved version of the black markers also, that's coming out. Oh, I'm not sure that I'm supposed to tell you about that. I think tomorrow I can tell you. Zip it, Jess. Don't say another word before you get fired. Oh boy. Okay. Flip it, reverse it, pretend I never said that. I don't think I can tell you that. So let's just not. Is the nib soft like a Copic? Yes, it is. It colors really similarly to a Copic, in my opinion. I think obviously the brush nib is a different shape, so technically it does color slightly differently, and that's just because it's a different product. It's not an identical match to a Copic, but as far as the quality goes, and like the ink consistency is really good. Like that went on super solid. I'm really, really happy with that. And then I just kind of wanted to see, now this is the first time, this is literally the first one of these I've ever taken out of my, out of the packaging. So I've never tried lettering with it. The Copics, I have done some lettering. Ooh. You guys. It's cool. I think it's going to take me a little bit of practice to try to get used to the angle I need to hold it at, to get like the thick up, or the thick downstroke and the thin upstroke, but I think that that's extremely comparable. Like, check that out. I mean, those could be just different colors in the same marker. They look really similar. That's awesome. Oh, Tracy, that's awesome. I can't wait to see your first light up cards. I love light up cards. They're so much fun. But yeah, so that's that. So I think the problem that I have here is that I'm not used to holding this barrel. It's a different shape. I'm used to more like the rounded barrels as far as lettering goes, because I do usually use a Tombow brush pen. I'll grab one of those just for reference. We'll just go with this little purple one, which I know is not the same, but so this is the same. It's a brush nib, but this is a water reactive marker instead of alcohol. But yeah, I mean, that's really pretty. So they're nice and thick. You can still, I mean, you could use them for lettering if you wanted to. Oh, Amanda. I love to letter. I'm not very super good at it, but I like this word the best. This is probably, sunshine is probably my favorite word to write as a lettering word. I also really like, now this is like a really common word. It's really common, but people like to write minimum as a practice word, because this is kind of sloppy. I'm not used to this nib yet. But because it has like a ton of the same shape, minim, I have to figure out which line I'm on, because they all kind of look the same, and I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally spelled something wrong. But yeah, so I'm a little more comfortable with the Copics, and that's just because I've used them more. The Spectrum Noir is literally, like I said, this is the first time I've taken it out of the package, so minimum. But anyway, this is a fun word to practice with if you are looking to practice your up and down or fat and thin stuff, just because it just flows really nicely. Well, that was ugly. Anyway, it's fun to write. Not that you guys want to sit here and watch me write the word minimum over and over and over again. But it is fun. I really like hand lettering, and it's really cool to be able to do that with alcohol markers like this if you want to. Now the thing to consider or remember or whatever is that for left-handed people, because I see there's some people saying that they're lefties in here, for left-handed people it is really difficult to letter with a real brush, or at least for people like me who are overwriters. I'm actually going to be doing another video on lettering soon, but I have, so these are the Arteza real brush pens, and I cannot letter with these to save my life. So, like for example, even my favorite word, I don't know what the deal is, but I can't. It like splays all weird, and then I have to color it in. It just doesn't work. Whenever I try to twist it, you know, to get the fat lines, it doesn't work right. I can't use it the same way, and I have heard that from kind of a lot of people actually, that these real brush pens are harder for left-handed people to use. So I know a lot of people use these for lettering, but I cannot. I can't. I suck with them. I need the felt nib. And mine's a little frayed actually, but because I'm not using it on good paper right now. Oh well. Anyhow, so these, I don't know how I got into this lettering tangent because that's not why I'm here, but these are the new Spectrum Noir markers. I'm really excited about them because I've been like, okay, I'm gonna need refills for my current markers because I've been using the heck out of them. I've been using them a lot. That was much easier than the first one. I've been using them a lot, and so some of them are already running out, which is kind of crazy. And I don't know, I just was kind of nervous about buying replacements because up until recently they didn't have refills. So you just had to buy them again, but they didn't come in individuals as far as I am aware, or at least not anywhere that I've seen. So I was getting really frustrated. That's okay. I want to learn how to letter like I need something else to do. Amen, Belinda, because isn't that the truth for all of us? Like, I feel like I need any other thing on my plate right now, but oh, that's so cool. So I am left-handed, so my lettering is different than right-handed people letter, and also I am an overwriter, and I don't know if you guys know what that means, but they're, at least for left-handed people, I assume it's similar for right-handed people or not, because you guys are probably more normal than us, but left-handed people are generally overwriters or underwriters, and I don't mean like an underwriter for like a house loan or a mortgage. It is an overwriter, which means that that's just like a random pen. So like if there was lines on a paper or whatever, so if I'm supposed to be writing here, I'm writing from the top of it. So I write up here, like hello, on top of the line. And then there are underwriters who come from the bottom, which I can't do this. And they write underneath. There are also people who write like just on top like this. But these are the main two, like an overwriter and an underwriter. And overwriters, like I am, tend to have an easier time lettering from what I hear. Obviously, I'm not an underwriter, so I don't know. But I hear that overwriters have an easier time lettering than underwriters do because of the way that you hold your pen. You can more easily change your angles and get the fat downstrokes and the thin upstrokes. So it seems like that works a little bit better for overwriters. But I mean, who knows? I have been practicing lettering for a while, but I have not been practicing lately at all. And I need to fix that because it's kind of one of those like use it or lose it sort of things. And I do feel like I'm struggling more than I used to. I used to be like way more confident with my lettering, and now I'm like constantly second guessing myself, and it's just not as smooth a process as it used to be. I'm not used to using these yet either. So this is a like really weird, bizarre sort of feeling for me. Hi, Cindy. I was just experimenting. I showed the finished card for my favorite things, but I don't have a ton of time tonight because I'm kind of getting behind on my deadlines for things that I need to get published. So I'm kind of just experimenting. I was trying out the new Illustrator markers from Spectrum Noir. These are literally the only ones I have. I only was getting refills for markers that I currently have. So these are just some of the ones that I use most frequently. So BG2, BG4, GB5, GB8, and IG4. So these are ones that I just needed replacements. So I was like, I'll just get the new Illustrators and see if I like them. And I'm pretty happy. I'm fairly impressed. So what I want to try is, well, it's unfortunate. I think that this is for water. I don't think this is alcohol friendly. I was going to say we could try to color in this flower. Oops. But I think that this is water proof ink, not alcohol proof ink. But, and obviously this is like brown, so that's kind of weird, I guess. But I just wanted to see how the brush nib, oh, you guys, look at that feathering. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I can't, oh, I keep opening the wrong side. This, I can get the prettiest flicking motion. I really like this. Ooh. Like a lot. So I just went over that with the darker color because I kind of forgot that one was the darker one. So I'm going to go back over on the outside like so. They blend really well, I can tell already. They blend much more smoothly in my opinion. This is a new ink formula. So the colors are the same, but the ink formula has changed. So that's pretty cool. Do any of you toll paint at all? I don't know what that means. Tell me more. Ugh, why do I keep opening that side? I don't know why I keep doing that, but I do. All right, so this is really cool. Now I don't have, like I said, I don't have many colors, so I can't really go too far into this. But let's see, what I'm using GB8. So GB5 and GB8. Oh, that's kind of interesting though. These colors are different than my Spectrum Noir. Huh. These are different than my alcohol markers, like my black markers. So, for example, this is my GB5, which I just used on here. So this is GB5, and this is GB5. So those are definitely not the same color. So that's kind of confusing. Let me find GB8 and see how that one compares. So that's GB8, and this is going to be GB. Stop opening the wrong side. Yeah, these aren't very similar. And now I'm going to have to find new color combinations, I think, because I don't know. Huh. It's interesting, though, because this color more closely matches the other one than this. This is definitely not the same color. Tall painting is usually the cute designs painted with acrylic paint onto wood, plaques, or boxes, candlesticks. I haven't heard of it. Or maybe I have, but I just didn't know that that's what it was called. Or that's what it was. I'll have to look it up once we come off of here. So this is a little weird because I'm blending two different ink formulas, but they're actually supposed to be the same color. This one and this one. But they are definitely not. So I'm going to have to re-swatch, I suppose. So I'm going to have to print out a new color chart, unfortunately, because that did take me quite a while. So I'll have to work on that as I get new markers so that I can add in the ones that I'm upgrading to. But I do think that I will get more of these because this is really pretty. The colors are great. It's just not exactly the same. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's not the same product, so it would make sense if it was not the same ink formula, or not the same exact color, but I don't know. But anyhow, that is mostly with the new illustrators. I'm really excited about the tips because they flick really nicely. So you can get that nice, ooh, it's so good. Yeah, the nibs are like out of this world, way better than the nibs that they had before. So I returned the ones that I had gotten before because I was like, I can't use these. And then I think even during the live video, they were fraying. And that was literally the first time I'd ever used them. So this is really cool that, oh, this is the lighter of those two. But the only thing is, so this is a BG2. This is way less warm than my BGs. So and BG is brown gray. So this is BG2 in the new marker. And then this one is BG2 in the original or the classic, which is like dry. This marker is dry, which is why I ordered the replacement. But you see how this one is more brown and this one is more cool gray. Now I do wish that I got ice gray, but I didn't get any. Oh, well, I guess that's IG4. Hold on, what else did I get? And BG4. Okay. I just want to compare IG4. Okay. I just want to compare the colors. Hey, Stacy. We're just experimenting. I got some of the new illustrators, and the colors are not the same. So I'm kind of just checking things out and seeing. All right, so this is IG4. That's crazy. And this is IG4, which this looks way more blue. That's nuts. Like, holy cow, the difference is insane. So I'm going to have to rethink my whole color schemes, unfortunately, which is not a huge deal. It's just inconvenient for me. It's only inconvenient for me. Any other thing, like, it doesn't really matter. The colors are good. I like the colors. I like them, Stacy, but the colors are really different. Like, these are the same colors in the two different markers. So, this is BG4. This is BG4. This is IG4. This is IG4. So these are the same marker colors, but they're completely different colors, as you can see. They don't they're not the same at all. I'll back that up so you can actually see the colors. But that is my only concern for me, is that the colors don't match. So as I replace them, it's not going to be as easy as I thought to just replace one at a time, because then I won't have those colors that I was relying on to make my blends. Once I have them all, it won't matter. Like, that will be totally fine. But in the meantime, I don't know. I'm not sure. That is So what's the purpose in producing so many sets of alcohol markers? That's a good question. I mean, that's kind of their thing, is coloring mediums. So, I mean, it makes sense that they have a lot of different coloring mediums, because that's what Spectrum Noir is basically all about. And there's supposed to be a different type of marker for each type of scenario. So there's like artist grade, there's like a more basic sets for crafters who are not, they don't need like the highest end whatever. But let's see, this one. I don't know. That's my short answer. So the only thing is, this kind of hurts my go-to phase a little bit. I don't know why I'm using this end. They do have several alcohol-based sets. They're not all alcohol-based, but they do, well, all their markers are, I guess. That's true. They do have color pencils. Well, they do have an aqua marker. That's not true. Hold on. I have some of their aqua markers. These. They're kind of blue. So I have these ones that I've had for like forever, but I have not really used, which is a crying shame, because I just never learned how to use them. But now that I have more experience with watercolor and stuff, I may be able to do something with them. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. Oh my gosh, they still look how vibrant that is. This is watercolor paper, I believe. Or it's the Bristol, at least. I don't know that it's actually like watercolor, but those are like really similar. Maybe get ones you don't have in the new ones. Yeah, I might have to do that, because I'm having a feeling like it's going to be kind of problematic if I try to switch out. All right, let me try to find, I'm just trying to find kind of like a darker color that looked like it was supposed to be darker, but it's not. They're like all really similar. They're supposed to be different colors, but no, these are really old. I've had them for a long time and they've just been sitting on the shelf. I haven't used them. So it could be, like, I know everything does have a shelf life, so I can't expect it to just stay perfect forever. These tips are really bad, but the reason is because when I used them, I did not know anything about, taking care of brush nibs. And so mine are frayed, at least some of the ones that I've used. They are frayed because I used them on surfaces I should not have used them on. Oh, no, these ones, the tips are awesome. Like, this is the flicking that I was practicing, and it's so good. It was really, really nice. No, I was talking about these ones. It's not great because I just didn't take care of them, is basically what it boils down to. I was just trying to find like two colors I could pair together and do like a quick blend. That's really dark, but I think it'll work. We shall see. Wait, here's another one. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I like these three. Flowers are not normally, no, they don't have a chisel tip. They only have the brush and the fine point. All right, so I also have, I'll just start on this one. And then I guess I'm gonna try, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try using my colorless blender for my Tombos as my brush pen, like my water brush. just to see if it blends. I don't really know if it's going to. So I'm going to start with this light color. And I am kind of a weird watercolorist, I think. I don't think I do it the same way that anybody else does. Or I mean, not to say that nobody else does what I do. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I basically don't know what I'm doing. And so I kind of just do whatever hopefully makes sense to me at the time. This is kind of making it pill a little bit. It is blending, but I think I'm going to use my water brush from Arteza just because I have it right here. Okay, I think that should work a little bit better. Woohoo. All right, so that was this color, I hope. And then I'm going to add in this one. So these are water-based, obviously. I mean, they look nice. It's pretty. You can get a nice soft blend with them. And I'm not pushing out any water for this. I am just using just what's on the tip of the brush as it kind of flows down naturally. And then I'm just going to add in that darkest color just a little bit, not too much. Whoa. Woo. Yeah, that's pretty dark. It was a little darker than I thought it was going to be. Oh well. It's fine. It'll be fine. But I can take some of that and just apply it over here so that you're not wasting it. You don't have to constantly rub it off or wipe it off anywhere. You can just put it down as your base coat somewhere else. I mean, I think that this is pretty. I don't remember if this was the lightest color. It was kind of in between. But so you can get some really pretty results with these, I think. It's nice. So those are the aquas. Like I said, I've had them for a million years. I never learned how to use them. But now that I've had a little more experience with watercolor, it kind of comes slightly more naturally. At least a little bit. And I suppose I could go out and get some new ones that, you know, were not frayed and ruined because I didn't take care of them. I didn't do the right thing. Anyhow, I don't know what I really was intending to do in this live stream, but this was not really it. I have started to like watercoloring quite a bit more than I used to. I used to really kind of just avoid it like the plague. I was not interested in watercoloring because it intimidated me and I did not like it. It just, I don't know. I felt like I had no control over what was happening and that just didn't make me comfortable. But I think I'm improving. I mean, I don't know. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it than I used to be. I'm just going to go ahead and color this one in. And that's the nice thing about these aqua markers is you can just color with them if you want to. You don't have to do a bunch of watercolor blending. You can just color with them. But I mean, I think that's pretty. The colors are really nice. Ooh. I mean, that shading looks really cool. It makes it look more realistic. Yes, exactly, Tracy. It's really hard to give up that control, especially I mean, for me especially, I am a huge perfectionist, and so it is really difficult for me to let go and just, let things happen. I am not good at that. Ooh, watercolor pencils. I have some watercolor pencils somewhere. I honestly don't even know what brand they are, but I have some somewhere, probably close by. I have a lot of things that I've bought that I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to use that. And then I like never did just because I get distracted and I have all these plans to use things and I never get around to it. I think you are letting your crafting freedom roll out. Yes. It's getting a little easier for me to just let go and not have to think so much about like, well, what if it sucks? Or, I'm not going to be good at that. I don't know how to do that. Because that is the big stopper for me, honestly, in a lot of things is just that I tell myself, I don't know how to do that. And so I stop myself from being able to do it because I just said, whoop, I don't know how. I don't know how. So, I mean, that sucks. And I'm glad that I'm pushing myself to just get out there, put myself out there, and if I fail, then okay, whatever. I failed. I can try again. Yeah, I think you're right, Heidi. I think gel plates, like taking that little step over the mixed media line was a huge deal for me. It was. I think that was a big deal for me. Because up until then, I don't know. I've always just been a perfectionist. It's been kind of a blessing and a curse because it's obviously quite annoying to like never really be satisfied with what you're doing and feel like, oh, it's not good enough, or it would have been better if I just did X, Y, and Z, or whatever. And I'm really bad about being my own worst critic for sure, Belinda. I'm awful at that because it's so easy to, talk yourself down. And I was just listening to somebody else, an artist, who was saying like it's the telltale, or the old, I don't want to say telltale, but like the old adage or whatever that everyone's like, I'm not an artist. I'm not really an artist. Like, oh, so and so, they're an artist, but not me. I'm just making cards. I'm just coloring. I'm just doing whatever it is. And they don't consider themselves an artist. And we're all doing ourselves like a huge disservice from that, which, I mean, I feel like that's really true. Because I feel like all of us, everybody that I know in the crafting industry, like somebody will say like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, you're so talented. And they're like, oh no, I just, I'm no good at coloring, or I'm, whatever about making cards. I don't know what I'm doing, or whatever their insecurity is, or all of it for some people, because, some people just don't think they're good at anything. And it's everybody does it. Like even the people who are like known for being crazy good or really talented or super inspiring, I see them saying that stuff too. Like, oh, I'm not good at such and such, or I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Because we think, I guess, everybody else is good at it and it comes naturally and they must not have to practice. And then for us, it's hard. It doesn't come naturally. We do have to practice. I don't know. I do like that. All you have to do is just kind of touch it gently with the microfiber cloth, and it just sucks up just the right amount of water or liquid that's remaining, and it gives that nice area up there, the highlight that I was looking for, because it was getting a little too dark. That's really cool. I don't know how this ended up happening because I did not intend to pull out these and do any sort of watercoloring, but I actually really like this. And you guys know by now that I'm obsessed with this stamp set. It's like my favorite. So, This is Garden Treasure from Altenew. It's like one of my favorites ever. This flower, you guys have seen me use it like a ton. I use it all the time because it's gorgeous. Seriously, it's so pretty. And it's just, it lends itself really beautifully to being colored. It's good with alcohol markers. It's good with watercolor. I mean, it's good with everything. So that's definitely my kind of image. Uh-oh, I spilled. But that's okay. We can just buff it out with some water. That's actually the really nice thing about the Bristol Smooth is that it just blends so well. So that's the kind of paper I'm using here. Bristol Smooth something. Bristol Smooth, that's just what it's called. Bristol Smooth Surface. I have a giant thing that I got at my local craft store. We have well, it's not a craft store, it's an art supply store. So we have one that I know of, local art store, but they mostly do like fine art stuff that I don't feel like I am a part of that world. But so they have mostly like really fancy paints and I don't know, all kinds of stuff like that. They do sell Copic markers though, so there's that. I really like how this is turning out. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is just finish this, and then I'm going to have to call it quits for tonight because I've got like a billion deadlines that I am neglecting. And I'm being such a bad person not bad person, but I'm being bad by not doing them. I really should be because my husband is about to go out of town for a week. And so it's going to be just me with the kids. So speaking of that, there is a chance that I might not be able to be live next week because, oh, I'm like getting stuff everywhere, because I will be alone with the kids. So I forgot about this fine line side, you guys. Oh, my world has changed. I totally forgot about it. I forgot that these were dual-sided. Anyway, there's a chance I might not be able to be live next week because if the kids, it'll be just me. So my husband won't be here to help with the kids when I'm supposed to be live. So if they don't go to bed as planned, then I won't be able to come on. But I will try. I'm just not sure. Depends on their attitudes. Which, hit or miss. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not. I do like to go in and kind of, now that I have that fine tip, I'm going back in. Heck yeah, I am. I'm going to go back in and add in those dark shadows, just that fine little bit of dark shadow, because it just looks so pretty. It helps intensify the color, deepens the shadows that you've been working on. You can always blend it out if you think it's a little too harsh, but I think it looks really pretty. It really, really makes it pop, I think. All right, let's get this bad boy done. But yeah, I'll try to keep you guys updated. I'll post on the community tab if I'm not able to make it. I'll just pop a little notice up there that says that I'm not going to be here. I'm just going to go ahead and color all of these right now with this base color. I don't think it really matters too much because none of it's lighter than that. So if it dries, that's totally fine. Just trying not to disturb the stuff I've already laid down. Now the one thing is when you're watercoloring, from what I hear, you're not supposed to work in neighboring areas at the same time or like one right after another. So like theoretically I should do that one and then I should come over here and work if I wasn't doing them kind of like all at the same time, because otherwise it can bleed. If you have two wet areas at the same time, Now, my difference here is I'm mostly dry. I'm not really working with water for the most part. There is some water, but it's not enough to really make an impact at all. So I think I'm pretty safe. I'm not really having any issues. And I don't really worry about coloring in all those tiny little areas, really. I don't know. I kind of just go right over it. Which is probably not the greatest thing to do, but you know, whatever. Alright, so I'm going to go in along the outside of that area, and then the outside of this area, and this one where I put those shadows. Blend that out a little bit, and then I'll go in with my water. And this will be like super quick. I'm going to kind of scribble off some of that because I do have a little bit of the dark color on there. All right. So sometimes, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, I kind of start on the opposite end. Like I don't go completely from dark to light. And the reason I've been doing that more is because I've noticed that I don't get as good of a blend if I just go straight from the dark into the light. So I'm trying to not bring that dark color out too soon. Did you see the new foils from Christopher? I did. It seems like he's got a lot of new stuff coming. He's always got something up his sleeve. All kinds of new stuff. I was watching that he had the new like glitter and glue, I think, in like skulls or something. So yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna take. So I did wipe my brush off a little bit so I could get a lighter blend, so I wasn't picking up all that dark color. I find that really helps. And then I'm just going to do one pop down like that and then come right off. There we go. I don't know, you guys, what do you think? I like the aquas. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, it takes a little while, but I don't think it takes any longer really than alcohol marker coloring. I don't know, maybe it does. I think it's pretty. I love how dark the dark is. The dark is really pretty. That navy color or whatever that is. Yep, navy. It's really pretty. Love it. Okay, so I guess I'm going to run. I hate to leave you high and dry because we didn't really do a whole lot, but I will plop my card down one more time so you guys can see it. I don't think that there are watercolor refills for these. I don't believe so. I can check. I don't think so. So this is the card that we were working on Monday. If you missed it, I wanted to just share this was the completed card. So I think I am going to go ahead and enter it in the Card Design Superstar Challenge for my favorite things. And, you know, we'll just see what happens. I won't hold my breath, but if I get lucky and win, that'd be really fun. So I have an edited picture already. So if I can get the blog post done tonight, I may just go ahead and share it. Otherwise, I may share it tomorrow. I don't know yet. Okay, cool. So I will hopefully see you guys on Monday. If not, like I said, I will put it in the community tab on my channel. So I don't know if you guys know how to find that. Hopefully you do. So if you go to my channel, like the main page of my channel, there's a little tab up near the top that says community. So it's like uploads, like videos, playlists, and then community. If you just click on the community tab, it will take you to any posts that I make that are not videos. I mean, sometimes I do share videos, like when I'm featured in the scrapbook.com promos that they do, I'll post the video there. But I will post there if I'm not going to be able to go live because of the kids. But I'll try to keep you updated and let you know. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week and a fabulous weekend. If I don't see you next week, I will still be on social media and all of that, but so you can catch me there. But if I don't see you next week here, hugs. I love you all to pieces, and I will see you guys again real soon. Mwah! Bye, guys.